Okay. Secrets are an interesting phenomenon. When I received my first F on a test in the 5th grade, I had no idea how to announce that to my parents. What's even worse was that the teacher required me to have my parents sign the test, but I could never muster up the courage to do so. So I came up with the ideas on how to forge the signature, but I was not a bright kid back then. Whether it be to protect somebody from the truth, or we're just afraid of the consequences, secrets are something that we create that nonetheless only worsens the situation. In my case, I started stressing about how to tell my parents, as it kept them from knowing about it, and we all know stress is bad for your health. A man by the name of Ai Weiwei does not particularly like how the Chinese government was holding secrets from its citizens. He believes that these secrets are only harming the citizens, such as the Sichuan earthquake incident. As both a political activist and an artist, his work attacks and criticizes the Chinese government's policy on human rights. As a political activist and artist and an artistic consultant for the 2008 Beijing Olympics, Ai Weiwei was renowned for his criticism on the Chinese government. Ai Weiwei has a strong dislike towards on the government's take on democratic and human rights. This is evident in his series of photos in which he sticks his middle finger to popular landmarks, an action considered rebellious towards the supreme authorities. Ai Weiwei's finger represents his dislike on the Chinese government's policy of censorship. He released confidential government information on the Sichuan earthquake by posting it online on his blog, which he was later arrested for. His arrest alone shows how limited the freedom is in China. He was even labeled as China's most dangerous man. He has described the staging of the Olympics as a pretend smile, and he also investigated into the casualties of the shoddy schools built by the government. Others have also described Ai Weiwei as a fearless man for all these political crimes he committed. Ai Weiwei strives to empower his audience through the production of his documentaries. Since he is known for being an activist, it is crucial that he appeals to everybody in an emotional way in order for his message to be heard effectively. In his film Never Sorry, an interviewer asked him, "Why is it that you're so fearless compared to everyone?" He responds by saying that he is in no way fearless at all, but he is rather fearful. It's a strange thing to hear from an activist, but he adds that he acts a lot more brave because he knows that the danger is there, and if you do not act, the danger becomes stronger. He empowers the audience to act according to your own conscience, and despite the dangers, he still encourages others to question authority. But getting people's emotions all hyped up for one thing, he needs to make his arguments sound logical. On the 15th of December 2008, Ai Weiwei led the citizens' investigation to search for an explanation for the Sichuan earthquake casualties. He documented his entire journey in a documentary called A Little Girl's Cheek. The citizens in the film stated that they paid every cent for the government. They paid every cent the government asked them to pay for the school's construction taxes. And in return, the citizens only received a shoddy and fake building, which costed their sons and daughters' lives. Ai Weiwei was able to effectively appeal to his audience emotionally through showing the tragedies of the Sichuan earthquake's aftermath while establishing a logical argument. After a few days trying to figure out how to not tell my parents about my failing grade, I decided to just tell them straight up to save the stress I went through. And surprisingly, they reacted in an understanding way completely different from what I expected.